Okay, I want you to do exactly what I'm going to show you to get your first wholesale deal in the next 30 days. If you follow this process, I guarantee you there's no way you don't get a deal, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, how I found a property on market, what I said to the agent. I'm going to show you how I underwrote it. I'm going to give you access to my calculator, my God mode flip calculator. It's awesome. Second link in the description down below is going to get you there. This particular property I locked up again on market, and within 24 hours I was able to assign it to an end buyer for a $30,000 assignment fee. Here's the cool thing. Since then, this same agent has referred me 2 additional properties. One of them I currently have under contract and I'm trying to find a buyer for it. And the other one I put an offer in and they didn't accept. It's just part of the business. But my point is I was able to turn that agent into a referral partner. And if you want to win in the wholesale game, you need to work with agents, turn them into referral partners. You're going to absolutely crush it if you can learn this skill. So I'm going to jump into it and I'm going to show you exactly how I found this property, how I underwrote it, and how I came up with my offer price so I could sell it quickly. Stick around. What's up, guys? It's Johnny Pag. And on this channel, I teach new real estate investors how to get their first wholesale or flip. If that's you, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you guys why I even like this property in the first place. Like what made this a potential deal? Okay, so one of the biggest things that new real estate investors or wholesalers or whatever struggle with is they don't really even know what a deal is. I'm going to show you why I like this one and why this one became one that's like, hey, we should throw an offer in, maybe it'll stick. Okay, guys, check this out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I just want to point this out to you, okay? If you look down here at the bottom left, you'll notice it says this property has been on market for 31 days. Now, here's the thing. I've had this property locked up for like 20 days. We're closing on the 30th. We're closing in 9 days. So when we reached out, it was only on market for like maybe 10 days. Now, I know a lot of times people would tell you search for deals that have been on market for like 30, 60, 90 days or whatever. And that's true. Like that is definitely true. You're going to find more motivation from those people when the property is kind of stuck and it's not moving. Sometimes a property will only be on market for 10 days, 5 days, 1 day, and you can be in the right place at the right time. They can be motivated and they'll take your offer. The other thing I want to point out is that you'll notice that it was on market for $680. And they did a price cut of $35,000. I don't know if you can see that, but it was on market for $715. And did I do that math right? Yeah, $715. And we ended up putting this under contract at $580. Okay, so $100,000 after they already did a price reduction. Okay, a couple things I want to show you about just the interior and what I see here. All right, so first when I go in there, you'll notice like the flooring, it can be updated. At first glance, like the house is nice. There's not a lot to do. It's like a track home. It looks good. Okay, but then you kind of get into it. And you say, okay, the interior is nice. It's white. This is perfect for a lipstick flip, by the way. You've got this flooring here. Flooring could be replaced. When you look at things like the kitchen here, you'll notice like, okay, it's got dated appliances. The cabinets can be redone. The bathroom, I don't know if you can see that there, but you know, this is also dated. It's all original stuff. You would never think that they would take $100,000 below the below the asking price, but they did. So I just want to kind of point this out. Now I'm going to show you how I found comps in the area, and I'm going to go through my calculator and I'm going to show you how to get an offer price number and where you would need to be. Okay, now here is a comp that I found right around the corner. You'll notice that the property looks really similar. It just sold for $825. Just the general appearance of the property looks very similar to ours, right? The exterior looks almost identical. However, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You can see that's outlined here. It is a little bit bigger. This comp is definitely a little bit bigger, but it did sell for $825,000. Now you can use this as a comp. You're just going to have to adjust for, for the square footage. Okay. And it's not really that much because especially in SoCal, our property is a 3.3. This is a 3.2. The difference of square footage is, I think, roughly, 300 square feet. That is significant, but not that significant, especially out here in SoCal. Like this property went on market at $796 and sold in 30 days for $25,000 over asking. There's just nothing for sale in the area, right? So things move really quick here in SoCal. But here's what I want to point out. Like you see that you'll notice the floor is nice. The walls are all painted white. And then you get into the kitchen and you'll notice this is nice. It's got the stainless steel. So this is a great comp you can use. Look at the bathroom. It's got a nice mirror. The vanity is nice. Look at the master bedroom. This is nice. This is a great, great, great comp. I'm going to show you how I underwrote this using my God mode flip calculator. All right, so check this out. So this is normally what I do every time I'm underwriting a property. I will make a copy of this flip calculator, which you can have for free. Second link in the description down below. I'll make a copy every single time in my Google Drive, and then I name sheets. I'll name it the address of the property so I can always go back and check, like, where did I come up with my numbers? And then I'll take the link to this document and I put it in my CRM so the entire team can see, like, what was Johnny thinking when he was underwriting this? And we can have discussions about the numbers. You'll notice over here on the right-hand side, I have 3 comps. Usually I'll paste the Zillow link to the comp. Up here, I will put the ARV and why I use that number, the sale price, and then usually the sale date. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here on the left-hand side, excuse me, on the flipper's purchase price. I'm only going to modify the blue cells. So let's just say in this regard, I'm like, okay, well, I think I can get the property for, let's say, $600,000. The ARV is $825, and a couple things are going to start happening. It's going to give me, what my net profit is going to be, what the flipper net profit. A couple things that you want to notice here. I have this rehab cost in there, so I'm going to go ahead and throw $60,000 in there. I don't remember what I did initially on this one, but I put 60 grand in there. Estimated rehab time. So you notice we've got these blue cells. This is going to be rehab and sale time. So if it's going to take 2 months to do just a rehab flooring, maybe do the kitchen and some paints, then I need another 2 months to sell it. It's got to go on market. Someone's got to put an offer in. They got to close escrow. So I'm going to do 4 months of hold time. This is going to tell me what my holding costs are going to be during this period. Remember, when you sell this property, you're going to have listing fees. By default, I have this calculated at 2.5% because a lot of people, they will either represent themselves on the sale price or they'll do a flat listing. So they're only putting up buyer side commission. They're not going to absorb the sell side commission. So I put 2.5% there. Those are going to be the listing fees after the property is rehabbed once it goes on market. Then we've got closing costs because sometimes you got to eat some concessions and those types of things. And I usually leave it at 1% just for initial underwriting. Then we have our net profit. So this is going to be what the person who flips this property is going to make, $98,000, right around 100 grand, which gives a profit margin for that the flipper, the rehabber at 12%. And then we got to bake in our wholesale fee. So I baked in $20,000. Actually, we ended up selling this at $610. So we got $30,000. So if I do $30,000, that's what I'm looking for, and I sell it at $610, which is what happened, then this is what it does to all the numbers. Flipper is going to make about 90 grand, which is around 11%. We're going to make 30,000. Everybody wins. This is how I come up with my numbers. I do a little bit of reverse engineering, start where, I would like to be. I try to keep the profit margin. This is going to be like my biggest thing here. Try to keep this profit margin for the guys who are flipping properties, especially in SoCal, right around 10%. If it can be more, awesome. This is exactly how this deal worked out for me. So hope you learned some stuff. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want this calculator, it's free. Second link in the description down below. Thank you guys for stopping by. God bless.